This is a green machine made by Green Machines of Martin. www.greenmachines, plural, .co.nz, and it has a bank of 5 batteries. There's the first of 5. There's one under there, and there's 3 more. He usually makes 48 volt models, but this one is 60 volt because it's hilly around here.
So bank loosely meaning bank because the dots are all over the place,
yeah,
aren't
12,
they?
512s in series. So when that's fully charged, it's not 60 volts but 70. And I've carried up to 150 kilos in here. I'm 115, okay, with clothes and everything, so it carries me around. It'll pretty much carry anybody else. And of course you can load it right up. You're talking about horse mass, 1 horsepower, horse mass, horse speed, 750 watt. You can go up to 2 kilowatts without it falling out of the classification, which is as a moped. I typically do 25 kilometers an hour, plus or minus 10.
What's the cost to register?
206 a year, no warrant needed. You can run it on a learner's license, you don't need a full license. So it's in the moped category. You can see Green Machines, the website there, the guy who makes them. He's really good sort. He looks after his customers well. I can vouch for that. Up some of the hills when I'm laden and with me on it, I mean that's quite a bit of weight. I'm down to maybe 10 k per hour, but I keep to the left. I pull over if there are trucks behind me. And the road here is narrow, but if you've got wide roads, if you've got bicycle lanes, perfect. I think this has been the hardest test he's had of this machine because it's hilly up the valley here. And the road is narrow in places, and hey, I've done 527 kilometres and it's cost me maybe $2 of electricity, maybe a little bit more. So I can't complain. I've had a lot of fun, and yeah, people do notice you. What the heck is that, you know? At the front of it looks like a Harley Davidson motorbike, the rear like a mini tip truck, and it will in fact tip. You know, you can actually pull this up, but I don't want everything falling out. Maybe I should just take things out and let you have a look under the.
That might be a good idea, yeah.
So I'll do that now. If you just stop for a sec.
Okay.
Are you still videoing or?
Okay.
Okay, so here are 4 of the 12 volt deep cycle batteries. There's a 5th one under there. We've got a controller. We plug in the charger to this point here. Plug it into the wall. And she charges in 10 to 16 hours on a slow charge. You can get faster charges. The motor is over here, and that's a 1 horsepower or 750 watt motor. If it packs up, well, it's $200 to get a replacement, which is not much money. There's a funny kind of differential here I don't quite understand, but it works. And so she's really simple. I mean, there's a lot of improvement that can be made on this. Because the battery bank is 135 kilos, that's even heavier than me, and if we used what do they call, lithium iron batteries, that'd be 1/3 the weight, 3 times the power, and of course things would be a lot lighter. So
China's pulled 70% of its rare earths off the market.
Wow. Yeah, so I'll just put this down. That's the stand that holds it up, and down she goes. Okay, we put the flat back up, and we have a brake here. It's currently in forward gear. The other one is reverse gear. You've got very high torque, and with an electric motor you may not get the speed, but you get the torque. So she'll pull quite mightily at just 10 k per hour. When I've had maybe 150 kilos of wood here with me here. It's beyond what its recommendations, but it did it. And we've got a simple handbrake. Here we go, handbrake off. Just do that, fold it in, handbrake off. Instead of a fuel meter, we've got a voltmeter. Typical speed 0 to 40 k per hour. It's not fast, but everybody's running around too fast anyway. We all need to slow down a bit and look at what the weather is doing. It's, you know, the carbon footprint is incredibly small. It's really dependent on how the electricity is generated. So since a good portion of our electricity in New Zealand is generated from wind turbines, hydroelectric, geothermal, the carbon footprint of this vehicle to a large degree just depends on how the electricity is generated. I hope in due course to put solar panels on my barn and park this in the barn. And the barn will charge this, and this will provide power to the barn at the same time. And in addition to that, I like to have solar panels over here, have a bit of a solar panel canopy if we can get light enough solar panels, and just park it in the sun and let it charge up, free energy from the sun to get around. So there are a few ideas for you.
Oh, thanks for that, Rick.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Might as well just use gravity to get her going in the right direction. Now you might need to come down the road. So I'll turn on the volt